Greetings and hello. Hi, this is Lawrence, and I'm the Blue-Eyed Emperor. And of course, today is Friday, the last full strawberry moon of spring. And just to let you know, there is a wonderful app out there, and I'll leave the name and a link so that you can actually see the moon and its various stages throughout the day, throughout the year, throughout the month. What aspect the moon is in, quarter, full, strawberry moon, blood moon. You get to see all these things, and for me, right, I'm not a big fan of. I'm not saying I don't. For years I listened to Susan Miller, right, for my astrology. You just had to. It's one of those things. And as I talk, I'm gonna begin to put my beads on. So one of the things I did as part of this new beginning, right, because with a full moon, as well as a new moon, several things can happen and should happen for most of us, right? One, the cleansing of any of your spiritual things, like my beads will go on the windowsill today after I finish my readings. As you all know, I was born and raised Catholic, but I don't confuse spirituality with religion, right? They're two totally different things. Doesn't mean that I don't love them. So here is also my religious scapula that has Saint Raphael, and also the Mother Mary. I keep that close with me, my guardian angels. Again, holy water. You just can't beat. You just can't beat back evil, right? I mean, it's everywhere. It's black, white, yellow, brown, green. It's from Mars. It's from Venus. It's in our dimension, right? That we live with these things for right now. That is. And I mean right now. Doesn't mean it's going to always be like that, right? There's going to become a time in the place where you will ascend to a higher level, and when you do, you'll know it. And that's what I think most of us go through life, fearing that ascension. And look at my eyes. If I look tired, you better believe it. So, and I may even put this video part up there too. 2 o'clock in the morning, unbeknownst to me or my son, a woman pulled up in front of our house at 2 a.m. What she didn't realize is I have motion security cameras all around my house. So anything moves, and it alerts me that there's movement, right? So you don't get to go anywhere that I don't know where you're going, anywhere on my property. The funny thing is that she got out with a flashlight, kept her car running in the middle of the street, got out with a flashlight, and started looking in my windows. Not just mine. She went next door, did the same thing. How many windows did she look in last night? I don't know. But talk about crazy, right? Was she trying to find someone? Hope it wasn't me. Hope it wasn't me, because I'm not interested in a person like that. And I hope she found the person she was looking for. But again, a couple things I want to get out of the way. This candle we lit 2 weeks ago that talks about new beginnings, new paths, and this thing was all the way up to here, right? It's taken 2 weeks of non-stop burning, day and night, to get down to this level. I suspect that with our new beginnings, success, health, love, a new path, money, this is about new beginnings, right? Abre caminos. And I'm just saying that, right? This new moon almost makes sense that the tying of this, and hold on, my little baby wants to say hi. Snow, say hi. Hi, Mama. She wants to say hi. Say hi to the camera. Say hi, Snow. Look. She's such adorable puppies. She's looking for cookies right now. Here, here's your cookie. Go eat that somewhere. go off somewhere. Anyways, I do a lot of research. I mean, a lot. I can't even tell you how much research I do. It's a crazy amount. You're probably saying, well, gee whiz, why does this guy have so much time on his hands? Well, I don't have time on my hands. I don't sleep a lot. You know, I can sleep when I'm dead. That's what my parents always told me. So I'm doing that. And yes, I'm taking one of my weightlifting pills to go along. Or part of my new beginnings, because as we know, this coronavirus, right? It's had us all locked up inside. Do I mind that? No, I don't, right? I'd rather be locked inside and be inconvenienced rather than someone coughing on me and a week later, 2 days later, I'm dead. Right? Do I think that's going to happen to everybody? No, I don't. So I'm doing a blessing for everybody. I'm going to add this video to everything else. In addition to what I just said right now about new beginnings, it's time to write down those things you want to manifest. Don't write down more than 2. Pick 2 things, get your pen, your paper right now and write it down. And I want you to repeat every day in the morning and before you go to bed, what's on your paper for 1 week. After that 1 week, I want you to burn it and offer it up to Source. So I'm writing down mine. And let me give you an example. So if you have a job like we do, some of us do, some of us don't, but some of us do. If you have a job and you want something, manifest the perfect job. For me, when I say I want to manifest the perfect job is, I want to manifest a job where I go in, where I don't see people of authority, bosses, and I manage a lot of people, but I don't manage it in this form, right? And I see it a lot. Men abusing workers outright because they've been there at the company so long, they just outright abuse them. And they abuse women. They actually sit and plot on calls. And I've been a part of the calls. I adamantly disagree. Said, you people, I didn't say it out loud, but I was thinking to myself, you people have got to be crazy. I haven't seen anything like this since Nazi Germany, right? I mean, and the type of plotting and the time spent. They spend more time plotting against other female bosses. Is it only the males? No, I'm sure it's not, but more time plotting against this one female boss than they did actually working or trying to solve problems during the day. Every morning they called me up, wanting to powwow and tell me all this history and story about it. And at one point I said, and not too recently, not too far off in the past, right? Recently I said, hey, listen, I don't even care. I don't want to be a part. I don't even want to be no part of this, right? And luckily I don't report to them. Thank God, because if I did, I would have whooped me some ass, right? Right. So last night I had a very restless sleep because of this woman coming up at 2 o'clock in the morning with flashlights looking at windows. She didn't ring the doorbell, right? If you were looking for somebody, you would ring the doorbell. Why not? What are you looking for? Casing the joint? I don't know. So I just shuffled my angel cards. We'll do that in a little bit. But let's write down. And for me, I'm writing down the perfect job. I want to go to work, the perfect job. I want to go to work where, with lots of money. That's one. Of money and growth. That's my first. Then I'm going to manifest and pray for the perfect counterpart to me, all right? And I don't mean she has to be perfect. I mean perfect in the sense that we blend together well, right? In all things, that we appreciate and respect each other's words. And you better not be chewing on my necklaces. You better not, baby. The perfect counterpart. Notice how I'm going to put counterpart, mate, friend, wife, or all the above. And the reason why I'm writing it like this is because you shouldn't pencil yourself into a corner and say, I'm only willing to accept this. What happens if you ran across the perfect friend? Would you say no? I'd be willing to take that. Sure. You have lots of friends. People, if you have lots of friends, it doesn't matter, right? The perfect friend is the friend that you don't have to worry about, that goes back behind your back and starts calling up and saying, "Oh my gosh, he's doing this or that, or she's doing this or that." And not that I have people, my friends, do that to me. Trust me, I think they're very loyal. In fact, I would absolutely go extremely far to say that and put my hand on the Bible and say that. I know I have a Bible here somewhere real close. Actually, there's one over there. But the other thing I want to talk about is health, right? Make sure my enunciation is good this morning, because the other day I was slipping and looking for words. But my research has yielded, and I just want to say this: our grocery stores are abusing us and causing a lot of our sicknesses and death. So I just watched a scientific, not a tabloid TV, a scientific review of grocery store foods and people who work in the grocery stores themselves that actually came out and confessed. So they would have a cake, let's use a cake for an example, a cake sitting on a shelf for 2 weeks. Well, after 2 weeks and it passed the expiration date, they'd pull it out, change the expiration tag, scrape off the icing or the fruit that's molded, and re-put new fruit or new icing on that, put it back out there for another 2 weeks. They would do that again and again. They do the same thing with the meat. When the meat turns and starts to go bad and smell, what they do is they then put it in like a seasoned meat. They sell it in the form of seasoned meat because then they can cover the smell. And when the meat turns brown and starts to have that greenish color, when you know it's turned, where it starts to build mold and bacteria on it, what they do is they put that meat, again, they put that meat inside, they marinade, right? They turn around and sell it as marinade and change the tags on that again too. Don't ever buy pre-marinated meat at a store. Don't do it because that means it's old, it's bad. Even sometimes the newer, the unpre-seasoned or unmarinated meats and chickens and everything, they do this with chicken too. And good God, the stores know they're killing us, but they don't care. The workers are told and forced to do these procedures on this. And it's not just this. There's not just those products, right? It's other products as well too. And they know that it causes cancer and carcinogenics in people, but they don't care, but it boosts profits. Be careful about the things that you put in your body. Make this new moon, not new moon, full moon, because the new moon is coming up, and I'll give you the dates on that too in the description line. The full moon, make this end of the last full moon for spring, the new beginning of a renewed health and a new renewed awareness of what you're putting in your body. Oh my gosh, yes. So I take omega and D and B, and I'll be honest with you, I was guilty of eating the same shit that all of you are. And the level of fecal matter shit that's on the food products because they're being handled so many times, the fruits and everything else, is alarming. I bet you don't even know how much shit you're eating. And they disguise by putting these seasonings and these marinades on these meats so that you can't smell the rot. I seen it. I watched it in a laboratory. I watched an independent laboratory do the testing. I'm telling you, it's a reality. And people across different stores, your major markets. So I actually, and have come in today, I actually buy in meat from a farmer. You know why? Because by the time you get your meat in the store, it's not only went from the farmer, it's went through 6 other people's hands before it even gets to the store. And then what the store does after it, I'm surprised we're still alive at all. We need to change, right? We're fighting for equality for blacks, Mexicans, Chinese, Japanese, other unequal yoked whites. I'm fighting for rights for everybody. I don't give a shit what your color is. I don't care if you're from outer fucking space. I'm still going to fight for your rights. But we need to fight for our rights, even with the foods we eat, the news we watch, the way we participate in our school systems, our districts. Don't be quiet anymore. It's no longer a time where you should remain quiet. That doesn't mean damage and hate. It means love people more now than ever. Now, I just want to get that message out. I'm going to stop the messages here, and I'm going to start readings. I'm going to do Libra, Pisces, and Taurus. Namaste. I'll see you on the other side. Greetings and aloha. Hi, my name is Lawrence the Blue-Eyed Emperor. Before each one of these readings, I put in a little excerpt about health. Something really we need to be cognizant of when we look at grocery stores and shopping. I gave you a little brief on what's taking place there. Also today, strawberry full moon, which is the last of spring, right? You can see that tonight from the U.S., probably not even right now over my house. It's overcast. Oh, could it be rain? I hope so. I remember a long time ago, and it's summer here, right? It's 112, 115, 117. I think by 5 o'clock it's going to be 117. Anyways, this rain, these overcast days, is just perfect for me when we talk about new beginnings, right? The strawberry full moon. My first read is going to be for Libra. Libra, also remember, beautiful things happening, new beginnings with the full moon, time to manifest. As I said in my previous reading, take down a piece of paper, write 2 things that you want more than anything else. The perfect job, the perfect spouse, the perfect mate, the perfect counterpart, the perfect new beginning, the perfect new house, perfect new whatever it is. Write it down, and for 1 week before you go, when you wake up in the morning, read that. Before you go to bed in the morning, at night, read that. At the end of the week, burn it and give honor and praise to Source. You may call him God, or whatever the case may be. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, you're going to find yourself as a part of being a part of a larger group of people who are recipients of wonderful things that are coming, wonderful things that are happening. Forget about all this mayhem. Forget about all this mayhem with the riots and everything else for right now. Not that it's not important, but at some point in time, you need to walk away from that, right? Because watching that every day, all day, it creates a negative form of energy. You need to walk away from that and give yourself some space and time. This morning before my reads, I spent 3 hours in meditation, a cleansing of my body, spirit, mind, soul. I just released all the negativity. I soaked in a hot bath. I actually sugared my whole body with oil and sugar. And again, you can use, I actually take regular sugar, natural raw sugar, and mix oil. It could be olive oil, it could be vitamin E oil, and you can get these things in large quantities and mix those together and scrub myself down and meditated and just feel really refreshed. But you should do that. You didn't have to do exactly at 12:12. I started these readings at exactly 12:12 because I wanted to be in sync with the harvesting of this full moon, right? And what it's capable of bringing to each and every one of you. I don't care what the sign is. So, having said that, I've already pre-shuffled. I've meditated over the cards, and I'm going to get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's get 3 cards for Libra. 3 cards for Libra. Give me some absolute energy, things that Libra needs to know throughout June. What can happen for Libra in June? What can happen for Libra in June? And matter of fact, when I start getting these goosebumps, you know me, I have to show them, getting them now. Something good's going to happen. So, give me 3 cards for Libra. What does Libra need to know? First, I want to ask, that one flew out. The first question I was going to say, what does Libra need to know? How does Libra need to grow? What can we hope for Libra on where to go? Contraire, mon frère. First, Paris, Filius et Spiritus Sanctus sunt in nomine Domini. Amen. Blessings on this reading and all my Libras. First card out, family. What do we need to know? Family. Family. The situation is noted and his emotional experience with a family member. Husband, wife, child, grandmother, mother, father, brother, sister, cousin, uncle, in-laws, doesn't matter. But somewhere, there's an emotional experience, a learning point, a cultivation of maybe a re-emergence of a new beginning of this relationship, right? Where there may have been stress or fracture. There's now unification, right? The family itself may have been at odds with each other. to some degree or another in disagreement, whether it has to do with the coronavirus, the proper procedures, financial issues or situations. These will become resolved. We want to help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. Remember I told you like about those riots, about the injustice in the world, and not just for blacks, for every color. Again, you got to walk away from that sometimes. Walk away from that to feel that inner peace, to get back to that. Cleanse yourself, cleanse your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul. And sometimes it's a warm bath. Sometimes it's walking away. Sometimes it's taking a break. Time for yourself. And you know I had to do my killer batch of tea. I'm an old kook, so I'm a fan of Lipton. Not all the time, but for my iced tea, I like Lipton. Snow, lay down. Go lay down. I'm sorry, my little puppers. Not my puppers, my sons. Elijah, yeah. Snow is looking to do something. Just take her outside, please. Okay. Go potty. Anyways, I'm sorry for that outburst. Anyways, so when we talk about family, we talk about things that need to change. We talk about healing and cultivation. So make that a priority, right? So what do you need to know? Cupid. Remember, listen to how these things tie together. First, we talk about family, the need to resolve old issues and problems. Then we talk about Cupid, right? We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to celebrate love in all its glorious aspects, right? And we talk about Cupid, we talk about love, and again, it doesn't have to be love for a person, but I said, when we start to manifest things, this means, to me, first of all, two things. If you're manifesting for a family, family's going to be at the forefront and capable of healing. If you're looking for love, certainly the angels have answered that with the Cupid card here, saying that, guess what? You need to be open to new factions of love, right? Get out of the norm. Stop digging in the old well for new water. Did the emperor say that? Stop digging in the old well for new water, right? So if you're dating a guy just because he has a car or something fancy or this or that, maybe that's just all he's about, right? It's just that. He's a shell of a man, or she's a shell of a woman, right? Open and broaden your horizons and for the first time in your life, seek love for the purpose of love, not for what you can get, what you can acquire, or anything else. And then the last card out for Libra, it says, where can we expect, or where can we ask for Libra to go? Remember I said sometimes you need to get away? Angels have answered that with fresh air, right? You need to go, you need to start getting out, and it says your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, flowers. Spend time outside today as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. So we've been locked in this quandary for months. How many of you open your windows, curtains, or doors, or you're shut inside? How many of you are really just letting that yourself experience earth and grounding yourself? Remember I said sometimes you need to just get away. I talked about healing yourself through sugar and oil baths and cleansings and washing away the old to rejuvenate new. These are all things that you should be looking towards, focusing on with your manifestation of this full moon, right? And again, you know me, I'm not a big fan of astrology, but I am a fan of the moon, and I'll tell you why. Because we know for a fact scientifically that it's the moon's gravitational pull that causes the tides, the experiences that we have in our day-to-day events, right? The things that create gravity. Well, the opposing energies from the moon and the earth work against each other, for each other. Just as couples should. If every couple agreed on everything, you'd have a shit world of a mess of a bunch of people robotic. Yeah, that's what you get. So having said that, And we trained our little pupper. Yep, you can hear in the background. We trained our little pupper how to walk up and down the stairs for the first time yesterday. And we have a lot of stairs. And she's such a tiny baby. She's only 8 weeks old, but within, I don't know, 8 minutes we trained her to be able to walk up and down the stairs. For forever, my son carried her in her arms. She still thinks she's a little baby. Anyways, let's get a card on the central energy for Libra. I'm looking for, spirit guides, I'm actually looking for a real core, hardcore reading for Libra. I need to know facts. Libra needs some guidance. Libra needs love. Libra needs to know everything below and above. Central energy for Libra. Don't panic yet. 5 of Pentacles, right? Five of Pentacles, right? This is that feeling of woe is me, being left out in the cold, feeling despondent, right? You have felt repressed, caged, unexcited. Not because of the coronavirus, but in general for a long time. For a brief time there, you actually had, and the dog's drinking my iced tea out of my glass, which is not okay. I don't like to drink after dogs. I love them, but I don't drink after them. But you felt this despondent, right? And you're walking away, broken, damaged, from a place where it was about money and things. That's the central energy. You're walking away from that. 5 of Pentacles. You're not alone because there's a person with you in this. But the injuries with cripple leg and cold and shivering, and I got across the energy for this. 2 cards popped out, and I'm going to take both of them, right? The crossing energy, right? So we're feeling this way. But what's interacting with this? What's a component? What's a component of this? Please forgive me. What's a component of this? It is these energies now that are adding to, influencing, combining, overcoming this feeling of despair and anxiety is, well, my sister, the Empress, right? And also the 8 of Pentacles. And let's talk about this, right? Because the crossing energy is every bit as important as the grounding energy, right? Because this is how we feel right now. These are the things that are coming into play right now that are going to be changing and influencing and helping you to overcome this 5 of Pentacles feeling of despair, right? With this 8 of Pentacles, you're going to start to say, oh my gosh, I'm starting, well, even though it's coronavirus, I'm starting to get these odd invites or openings or things popping up showing that there's an opportunity for me to work at home or a new opportunity for a job or a different place to come up. These things are going to start to unfold slowly but surely over the month of June. This isn't a week read for this week. No, I'm talking the whole month of June. These things are going to start to unfold. And what's telling me is that you need to be the Empress now. Stop doubting, stop disbelieving, start indoctrinating yourself in the belief that you're everything. Hold on. A little bit of the powder still off of my face from my aftermath. Empress, and I say aftermath of my sugaring bath and scrubbed my face and everything else and oiled my beard, and, you know, the whole routine, right? And it was really important for me to do that this morning, and you should think about doing that today, sometime today, with this full moon, right? And the rebirth and regrowth of yourself spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally. That cleanse yourself, right? Free yourself up here, and you'll free yourself all around you and all within, right? You have to understand that the form of cleansing. But anyways, the Empress brings about a renewed sense of strength for you. Renewed sense of strength, right? And ability to see past this dark time, this energy. And I have to hold her because otherwise she's just running around fussing. actually trying to chew on cords and everything else. With this new energy, babe, you're gonna help me do some readings, pull some cards, give me some of that funky love energy you got, huh? Give me that funky love energy. Yes, that's a good girl. What has caused this problem? What is the root cause of why we felt this Five of Pentacles? And why we need to grow into that Eight of Pentacles and the Empress energy, right? With that feeling of strength and empowerment, right? That she brings to the table with this. What was the reason why we felt that Five of Pentacles crap? Give me that. Give me something that just... Give me the answers is what I want to know. Give me answers. Oh... This talks. Oh, good God! Yep, this explains it. And these two cards came out together. I'm gonna read them together. Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. What worst possible cause can you possibly have? The Three of Swords talks about betrayal. It talks about people with agendas. It talks about broken hearts and people that are just really not out for your higher good, right? People that you're dealing with. And the Five of Swords talks about someone feeling, oh yeah, I got him, I got you, I did something to you and I got away with it. But I'm here to tell you, hold on, and I'm gonna clarifier. Is the person gonna get away with this, or will the universe? Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. Universe deal justice. Universe deal justice. Oh, hold on. I got the card that popped up was Ten of Pentacles. Now another card, and I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna read it, but it's not the energy I'm feeling because I knew that this was gonna come out. Ten of Pentacles is where you're able to harness this pain, this hurt that this betrayal, this person walking away and gathering up everything and taking their stuff and walking away or whatever they did. They did this. They did this to you. And you felt, this one hit the first deck first, but I didn't pull it. I didn't turn it over yet because the other card popped up open first. But I'm going to turn this card over. Right, the nine of Rods. Because this person had done all these things to you, caused this hurt, this pain, continues to cause it. It could be a job. It could be a boss. It could be a boyfriend, girlfriend. It could be all these things. People not giving you or valuing you for the worth that you really are. And it's tiresome. With this Nine of Rods, you're just tired, right? You're just like, oh my gosh, what the hell? And the universe is telling us that with that Nine of Rods, you get the Ten of Pentacles, right? And that's a finality, right? That's an ending, achieving maximum bounty. And I want to talk emotion because I'm feeling this is more emotional. For some of you, it could be financial, but for you, most of you, I think this is emotional, right? And it's not even about a love necessarily, other than feeling about people in general not giving you a fair break in life, not being equal or setting equality for you. And it's tired you out with this Nine of Rods, but ultimately the source is saying, guess what? I'm going to bring you home, bring you back, bring family, bring union, bring abundance, money, finance, love, and I'm going to do that. But these are the reasons why you felt the Five of Pentacles is because of the Three of Swords through the heart, the Nine of Rods of burden and tiresome, and you're just being done with it, and the Five of Swords of conflict, right? Ultimately, you're here because you want this Ten of Pentacles, right? So you felt that. You don't feel that you got the Ten of Pentacles yet, so you felt that Five of Pentacles with the despair and feeling alone and outcasted. Let's talk about what's happened in the recent past. Oh, Lord, what's in the past? Eight of Rods. Right? Eight of Rods. Your life was cooking. You were cooking. You were moving, doing, and everything else. And then everything came to a screeching halt, right? This coronavirus, whatever the circumstances are, has created an absolute just dead stop in the tracks, right? You were moving at a fast pace in the past. You were at that fast clip. And for some reason, it all came to a stop. Give me clarification on the Eight of Rods in the past. You were happy then. Were you happy? Wow. Yeah, look at this. Were you happy? Pops up the Seven of Cups, right? And in those Seven of Cups is every possible element you can imagine, right? From water, earth, fire, rainbow, dragon, mystical, magical, castles, fairies. Everything that you can imagine your life was. In the past, you had that. And something came to a screeching stop, giving you the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Nine of Rods, the Five of Pentacles, And you're like, oh shit. But I guarantee you with the Empress, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles, that those things are changing. How do you feel about yourself? I mean, how does Libra really feel about themselves through the midst of this, right? So we know that there was abundance in the future. We know that has been a drought. We know that there's been confusion and almost a feeling of abandonment. Why do I get the feeling, the word abandonment? Oh shit. How do you feel about yourself? Shoot. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't blame you. So how do you feel about yourself? Eight of Cups, right? You turn your back. You turn your back to the situation and said, oh my God, this is just a wretched way to feel, right? Even though I have these cups, my cups are empty. All right? I feel like I myself have nothing left to live for, nothing left to give. That's the emotional energy that you're feeling, right? That you've been abandoned, but throughout all this hard work, throughout all these endeavors, you're no further or closer to the goal than you were back before, right? Because you had this and you thought oh God, this was an upswing. But listen, Libra, if every day were a perfect day, there would be no growth. If I lived in perfect harmony with the world and the universe every day, where am I growing? Am I not the same as I was yesterday? Is that the goal? With growth, there's pain. How do you feel about yourself now? With the Ace of Swords, you're looking for that new beginning. You're looking for that new beginning. You want the truth about the situation. You want people to face you and give you the truth rather than to bamboozle you with bullshit. You want a new beginning and start that new beginning with an understanding of truth. That's what you're feeling right now. You've already had that turned your back against these people because of the lies, the deceit, and the emptiness that they brought into your life. With the Knight of Rods, you're looking for that message to be brought to you that now's the time for you to bring to you for you to experience that wealth, that love, that happiness that you had in the past. You had that. You hit a dry spell. Now it's time to get over that emotionally, mentally, physically, and everything else. Stop eating. I'm getting someone is eating themselves to death. It's easier to do that. It's easier to do that. It's easier to find comfort in food than it is to find comfort in yourself. Bad mistake. What do we have for the future for Libra? And I'm sorry that this is such a lengthy reading, but there's a lot of energy that's coming out of the future. Please give me the future for Libra. Oh, that wanted to pop. That wanted to pop. It didn't, so I'm not going to take it. You know my feeling. If Source wanted me to have that card for energy, now that one actually flew out. Future for you, and I'm looking at this right now. Two of Rods. Two of Rods holding the world in your hand, looking at the possibilities and having to make a choice or decision. I'm not going to tell you what that choice or decision is, although I can. I can. But I'm telling you, that choice and decision that you have, and the way he's holding this world, the world card, the world in his hand, means he's at a crossroads about where he's at in this 3 dimension. How can you, him or her, make their lives applicable amongst this 3D that we're forced to live in? But you're not forced to live in that, right? Because you can elevate yourself in energy beyond that, right? You can exist here, but you can live here. Physically, you can live in the 3D, but you can mentally live elsewhere in other dimensions. So in the future, in June, you have to make a choice. Do I stay? Do I move to go find new beginnings? What do I do? Do I stay with this person? Do I leave this person? Start thinking about the higher good. And when I say people, we are not disposable, what that means, so for the people who are making horrible mistakes and bringing back old people, bad people, people that aren't shouldn't have touch with a 10-foot pole, is when I say people are not disposable, that means you don't have to be mean to people to let them go with love. The greatest thing you could do is stay in a relationship where love is void. It's absent. And yet you keep lying to this person every day, keep saying everything's good, everything's good, everything's good. At the end of the day, nothing's going to be good for either one of you. How do people, what is Libra's greatest fear? What is Libra's greatest fear? Libra, what is your fear? 3 of Rods. You're afraid that your ships aren't going to come in, right? You're afraid that it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're afraid it's just not going to, it's plain and simple, ain't going to come in. You've been waiting on the shore, waiting on the shore, waiting on the shore, and the ships don't seem to be getting any closer. Remember how I talked about that right there? How we had it in the past, and that you had this void, and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. It could be 5, 6, 8 years, 10 years. You've been waiting. How do people see you? How do your friends see you? I'm not going to even talk about lovers, but how do? Well, I'll do one for friends, one for lovers. Give me, how do friends feel about you first right now, Libra? How do your friends feel about you deep inside? Are your friends your friends? How do your friends feel about you? Here's a card. Page of Cups. The people who are your friends, you trust that. They're trying to send you a message. They're trying to tell you, well, so am I. I must be your friend. They're trying to tell you the truth. They're trying to tell you, oh my God, this person, he's not good for you. She's not good for you. This job's not good for you. That job's not good for you. This is good for you. That's not good for you. Listen with an open mind, attentive ears, open heart. Listen, listen, listen good. Your lover, the person that you're with romantically, emotionally, the person who's opposite of you right now, what are you getting from that? What do they need to know? Source, I need you to give me blood, God, honest truth here. Give them what they need to hear. The Sun card. Give me clarification on the Sun card. Is it this person thinks the world of Libra? Is it that Libra thinks that this person is going to be the world to them, that this is their shining light, that this is going to happen? Will this relationship work and last? Give it to me. Oh, I got 2 cards. Oh, 3 cards. Ooh. It's going to take a lot of work. The Strength card. 4 Pentacles. This person, guy or girl, is thinking about money. Always thinking about money first. The relationship is most definitely secondary to financial worries, problems, greed, a feeling of need, and the Knight of Cups. Either you or this other person, and I'm not saying either them or you, I should not say that, you're looking for, because I only read one energy. I can't say this is going to work for them or you. That energy goes both ways. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's either your energy or it's not. And I'm reading for your energy. So you're looking for the Knight of Cups, right? You're looking for an offering of love, of real romance and fatigue. Not fatigue. That's weird that popped out of my mouth. Real romance and fatigue. You're fatigued by this, right? And I guess that's why I'm getting. You want to love. You want this to be the new beginning you've been waiting for. You want that love offering of a stability relationship. But this person, for the 4 Pentacles and that greedy face, this person on the surface looks good, smells good, looks fancy, acts fancy. Is there depth to this person? Is there depth? Is there anything deeper than the flash? Oh, shit. I can't take all these cards. I can't take all these cards. Stop. Is there... Let me mix these up real quick. Is there anything deeper than the surface fluff of this person? And if you're not with a person, remember, here's your friends reading, right? They're true, they're honest, they're trying to protect you. Is there any depth to this person? Any depth to this person? Source, give me, is there any depth for this person? There's a lot of cards that want to pop. Oh, you see that? The Devil card. No, this is deception. This person is I told you, looks good on the outside. You're baffled. You're just enamored by this person. You're like a goat on a leash, being led through green pastures and fields. But you're I was going to say an obstacle. You're a person, and this is about carnal sex right here. See the two at the bottom? This is just about sex. You for some odd reason you've attached sex to the word meaningful love, and it's not the case. This person is not only deceptive but manipulative and good at it to the point that you don't even realize it, that you're being used. Be careful with this relationship. What is the hopes and dreams? What is it that Libras need to manifest right now? I could have sworn a card popped. What does Libra need to manifest right now? This person I'm getting right now and I can almost taste in my mouth toxicity. It's toxic. What does Libra need to manifest? Hoping to manifest. The Death card. Yeah, I don't blame you for this, right? I'm pulling, and I haven't pulled out any major arcanas in a long time, and I'm pulling out a lot of them for you, Libra. The Devil, the Sun card, the Strength card, the Death card. You're manifesting the end of all things old, right? You just want to wipe the slate clean. Remember I told you about that cleansing bath, that cleansing healing? Make today today. Promise yourself to cleanse yourself. What is the outcome of this? What is the outcome of this? What is the outcome for Libra? Will they get that, bring a death to this and add a new beginning today? Will it? Seven of Rods. The outcome here is the Seven of Rods. I think you're at odds with yourself, right? With the Seven of Rods, you have your mind set on certain things, certain ways, certain life attributes, certain sense of responsibility, respect, and honor that you're not willing to sacrifice. And Libra, don't be so ingrained in yourself that you're acting like this person who's the Devil card manipulating you. Don't manipulate others by saying, I'm not open to new things. I'm not open to that. Long story short, you had a new beginning. Let me just summarize quickly. The energy right now is that you're feeling despondent, you're feeling left alone, you're feeling like people have walked away from you and you're all alone by your lonesome. And the crossing energy of the universe is telling you, I'm giving you strength. I'm giving you the Eight of Pentacles of things, the better things to come in the future, right? The cause of that was the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Nine of Rods. And the universe answered back and said, but I'm willing to give you the Ten of Pentacles for this, right? You wanted this Ten of Pentacles. You're looking for this. You go back to the past. You've had all this abundance and this love and this life, and something catastrophic happened to change that for you. And again, 6, 8, 10. Don't ask me why those numbers. It just popped into my mind, popped into my head, and I'm going to pull 3 numbers here. 1, 2, 3. Well, I got 14, 31, and 8. So the numbers 8. It could be up 8 months, 8 years, 8 weeks that you've been waiting for this to happen. Again, you're hoping for the death of all this old shit to just blow past you. And please give me clarity on the Seven of Rods. Libra is, even though Libra's fighting for itself and looking for this, filling this everyone against me. That's what the outcome of this is. Libra keeps feeling, keeps thinking, sinking back into that everyone's against me routine. Is this going to change for Libra? And what is the outcome of that? 3 of Pentacles, right? 3 of Pentacles. It's about you getting back to the basics. Come on, Libra. It's about you getting back to the basics. Start focusing on yourself and making yourself the perfect you, rather than trying to make someone the perfect them. Ooh, wait, hold on. I gotta rinse my mouth out. I got a bad taste in my mouth. Did you hear what I said? If not, let me repeat myself. Focus on you making yourself the perfect you, not making them the perfect them. I love you. Namaste. My name is Lawrence, and I am the Blue-Dyed Emperor. Stay strong, and we'll stand together. Till next time. Libra, I hope this resonates. I hope it brings light and guidance. Light and guidance. Light and guidance. I love you all. I really do. Anyways, namaste.